What's going on? What's going on? I'm here. Nick's doing a little bit of work in the background. Been a long day, so we're not going to do a normal broadcast. We're just going to do a quick update here. Maybe take a well-deserved couple hours off. Appreciate a digital trip, Richard, James, everybody.
Oh, look at me. Well, what is going on?
Going to wait, let a few more people get in here. Had the rally to 10.4, which is kind of what I was wanting. Liquidated 100% of trading bags. Sold Litecoin, what about? I haven't checked. I sold a lot of Litecoin at 99, 50, 60, 70, I think. Got out of some Ethereum, maybe a little lower than where it's at right now on Ethereum. It was acting like a dog, so I let loose it quicker. Didn't own much of it. Appreciate it, World Adventure Vids. We're on fire over here. Call the fire department.
Yeah, we just wanted to do this version of the show, just easier. Don't have to do the thumbnail and get everything set up. Get on here quickly for those of you who only track us on Twitter and YouTube. Give us our opinion on the current market conditions. Not a lot of news going on either, so we don't need to do a full spiel. And I just wanted to kind of keep you in the loop. Also, for all of those who did stay with patreon.com/learncrypto for our private Discord. Today was the first, so you did get billed. I think we're still sitting around, 700 people, something like that.
So. Yep.
Shout out to the 10 new people for this month. We continue to try to provide value. I know last month was a lot of chop. We had a couple good trades on some altcoins, adding some coins to the positions with protective stops, and we're hoping that we just had another really good trade at the end of July leading into the beginning of August here.
Yep.
Buying the 9.5, the 9.4, and letting go some of the positions here at 10.4. So that's where we're at.
Yeah, because the last trade we was buying like 9.660 and 9.560, I think it was. So more people coming into Discord. Discord's a good group. So, but I want to show you real quick. This is Bitcoin USD. You see Technometer extremely oversold down here at 35. We're already up above 46. That one's not really flashing sell. But if we bring in Bitcoin USDT, you're going to see, I think you're going to see it around 48 here. Again, not 50 sell, but I'm going to show you an LE wave. So there might be a little more meat on the bone here, but I didn't want to take the chance of it. On the rally to 10.4, everyone's willing to buy, so I let them have some. There we are, Bitcoin, 47.82 in the Technometer. You can see, though, compared to this high at 11,000, Technometer was around 43, 44. We're still below 11,100, but we're sitting over here at 48. So we're more overbought at a lower price, which to me, again, tells me we're still in some type of correction. So if that's the case, I don't want to hang around too long. I've done that on a couple other trades, so I think we need to be nimble here and try to put money in our pockets. I don't think we're doing a moonshot here yet. So just kind of wanted to update that. So again, Technometer getting a little overbought, a little quick, near overbought. Litecoin USD, I think it's at 48 and change. I'm not going to go through all these. So, right, everybody wanted to get short 10.1, 10.2. Hopefully, you know, and again, we might have a pullback to 9,900. I'll show that. And then maybe still onward and upward. So, there's 48 on Litecoin. So, again, I just think some type of ABC here or something. So, here's Bitcoin USD. You can see from the lows down there at 91.75 or so. Trading this real time, I think you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, this could be a triangle. We could try to see 10.6, 10.7 tonight, maybe. I mean, the odds of that still could, we might be able to get that done. If we go to 15-minute chart, you could have, this could be the A, that could have been the B. And then you have 5 waves down in the red, and then which gives you a white 1. The white 2 could be a 3, 3, 5, which is ABC up, ABC down, 5 waves up. That's why that 5 wave bothers me, because if it's a part of this wave 2, then that means we're headed below 9,000, and I don't want to be on that train if that's what's going to happen. So that's why I'm a little nervous. But again, if we are going higher, if we are going to 12,000, then this could still be the first part of it, wave 1 up, could mouse around and come back down to 99, 9,800, and then maybe we'll buy there. I'm not sure. Or the other choice maybe we run up here to 10.6, 10.7. That's the wave 1, and we still got to pull back to 9,900. So risk reward, I think it made sense to book some profits. I mean, Ethereum, that chart not near as strong. You can see here Ethereum could be up here tagging 228, 230 instead, way overlapping. That doesn't look the best. Litecoin did show some strength, and but didn't explode here above 100. So again, I think that one could pull back a little bit. That's why I sold that one. So again, taking a little bit of money off. For most clients, we're still 70% long probably on what we call a hodl bag, trading maybe 30%. Some people are trading 100%. So it just matters what everyone risk reward is. But that's really about all I got. Discord, I mean, it's August 1st. Join Discord, you got all month at $40. We're giving buy, sells, fundamentals. We're doing a lot more in stocks over there right now. We kind of look at some Palm Beach holdings, look at the Wyckoff wave, and look at the Wyckoff software. So we're throwing a lot of value in there. $40, I'd say, is the steal. So.
Patreon only live show at least once per month, and at least one Patreon only giveaway as well, where we give away $50 worth of crypto or something around there as well. So
I'm going to try to go live more in there just for that group, because that group's growing. Everyone's wanting to learn. And I'm going to actually, hold on a second. Somebody's talking about TLT, because I'm going to talk about a few more of our winners here. TLT was up big today. Let me bring that back down here. Let's talk about a few stock holdings. TLT is one that we've been long. It rock and rolled today. You can see there last 2 days. If we bring up the 6 month, again, we bought down here, we sold some, we re-entered here. We gave that to YouTube, Twitter, everybody. So once again, a big home run coming there. You can see big green bars. Technometer still 40.85, so that's still a home run. GDX, we've been long. You can get this from pro traders at $40 a month. Discord's not guaranteed to get these because we don't really say that's what you're getting, but I am throwing most of them in there. So far, we're 100%. So metals got killed yesterday, open lower today, stop held, reversed higher. So, and you can see technometer 42. I think metal's still going higher with TLT. GDXJ, same type of thing. Came down, stop was much lower, reversed higher. Technometer neutral.
For those ones, would you be raising that stop at all to the low of today?
I probably will raise that to the low of today. I won't say that's what we're doing, but that's probably the case. Square is one that we jumped on yesterday. It did mouse around and came back down to an intraday stop. I think Square is still going to lead us higher. We had the oversold technometer. So that's one I think you can still own here. Shopify was at an all-time high today. That's one we gave at 175, I think it was. That's been a double at 350.
That was made public on YouTube, Twitter, and everything as well.
Over and over and over. SPY, this is a short we gave. Actually, we gave it here as well. Sold the high here. Got to stop at a little bit higher here. I will lower that stop now after 2 days. We got a technometer at 39.28. So that's still oversold. So I'm guessing stocks will turn up somewhere here and bonds may be turned down. But again, the TLT, that thing is not looking like, looks like more interest rates cuts are coming. The Fed doesn't run anything. The markets run it. The markets told you they had to cut. Now they're telling you there's more cuts coming, even though they said there wasn't. So That's all I got.
Back to crypto, we usually go over the big gainers for today. Tezos, XTZ, had another run. This is when in Discord people were asking if I would be buying it. I said I would not. Yesterday I said I would not really be buying, but I could see it having another good day or so leading into the Coinbase listing that is occurring on August 5th. Well, Nick, if you think there's going to be another run, why aren't you going to buy it? Well, I think it was just a little too risky with having positions in Bitcoin and other large cap cryptocurrencies for the very reason of now with the gains it has today, it has joined the $1 billion club. What does that mean? Its market capitalization is now worth $1 billion. It is now ranked around 12 or 13, so the upside is limited. And what happened to the last two crypto projects that joined the $1 billion club? Well, they left it very quickly. That is Link and Atom. Very not hype projects, they're solid projects, but they get way too hype, get way too ahead of their fundamentals. I think the same is happening with XTZ, and I think the day of launch, August 5th on Coinbase, either that day or the days following, XTZ will have a drop-off just like we saw with Link and Atom, losing somewhere between 50 to 60% of its valuation. So be careful if you hold XTZ, keep writing it out, make sure you put a trailing stop in there, because it can't go up forever. It's already capping the upside here with a $1 billion valuation, and I think it follows in the footsteps of Link, Atom, and even Basic Attention Token when we were saying to sell around 48 cents or 45 cents, and it kind of topped out there and it's come all the way back down to 25 cents. So things don't go up forever. Ride the train, but don't be too greedy, and know when to exit for US dollars or for Bitcoin if you're looking to stack those sats.
Again, on Bitcoin, we had that oversold technometer. I gave that to Twitter, YouTube as well. Discord got that first, obviously. I mean, we had new lows in the OP, which is volume, while price held with the oversold technometer. So that's what was happening down here at the 94, 95, 9600 level. Again, technometer up to 48. It's not a sell, but getting closer. OP is trying to rally, but not too aggressive. But I wanted to show that because anybody knew these were all the buys like that. Oversold technometer, OP price divergence, but we never got a 50 on the technometer, never even close. But now all of a sudden we got this buy here at 96, 9500, and technometer hasn't gave us a sell, but it won't take much to get it there. So again, much weaker action, which is why I think we're still in what's going to be this wave 2 correction if you do Elliott wave. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's a big one. And I think the wave 2 is somewhere over here at 8,000 maybe. So that's still my guess. So ABC down, ABC up, maybe a triangle here and then sell off. So I don't think we're going to go there tomorrow. But I think risk is still high that there's more selling coming. And another reason I've showed this, this is long shorts at Bitfinex, and up here at 13.1 when we was a seller, that number got extremely high, and we're still holding up here high. So that looks like we need some type of selling to get this number back down into the orange level. So you don't want to trade just off that, but that's something that bothers me in the back, knowing that we've got no shorts and we've got some longs. So there's no short covering coming to run this thing higher, so I don't think we can run away. I think we're just in some type of trading. So Link hasn't done much. I mean, I'll bring that up real quick. Because Link, I bought a little here showing at 242 and had to stop, I think, at 225, 222. So that's one reason I don't trade a lot of those, because I could have been in Bitcoin or Litecoin and made some money. So at some point, it's going to be good, I think, to go to these in a bigger way. But for me right now, I've still got to wait. So
yeah, right now, Bitcoin's really the index of the market, really leading the charge. A lot of alts are bleeding. That's why when we are doing sells on Bitcoin, we're pretty much giving sells across the board, or then putting in a tight stop for these altcoins as well, as Bitcoin's still leading the direction in the market. And if Bitcoin drops here, you're not going to convince me that Litecoin, Ethereum, Neo, EOS are gonna green bar. I just don't think it's alt season just yet, and that's why you got to mitigate risk. If you're selling some Bitcoin, then you need to start putting stops in alts, just in case if Bitcoin turns down and alt season's still not here, you want to get stopped out of those positions to re-enter lower, adding more coins to your bag, or taking those profits to Bitcoin as well.
And there's Neo. I mean, damn, that looks like a triangle forming, which probably resolves still downside. So another reason I'm a little bit concerned here. So don't have any real big Neo positions, but some of these coins just aren't acting that well still. So.
I mean, that almost looks like a 5-wave down. Then you got the triangle, and that's going to continuation down to the downside.
And XRP was 32 this morning. I thought maybe going to get going. It had nothing today. So I owned a little bit of that. I threw some of that out as well, just with the idea of getting it back cheaper.
And with the fundamentals side of XRP, yesterday we did share with the Discord that 1 billion XRP were unlocked in escrow. Now, that doesn't mean that XRP is going to sell them immediately, but that does mean they are free to distribute them, give them away, sell them as they please. And 1 billion XRP is quite a bit, especially with the lower volume and the lower prices here. So, I mean, again, doesn't guarantee they're going to sell it, but it also doesn't guarantee that whoever they give it to for partnership agreements don't sell it. They give it to employees don't sell it, etc. So whenever those holdbacks and escrows get opened up for XRP, you got to be on the lookout, as that's going to stifle and put some downward pressure. Maybe that's what that was earlier today. Started making a little bit of a run, and some of the new coins getting dumped on the market.
And I think I want to finish with, let's go back to the 4-hour. It's been a long day, so I mean, there's Bitcoin. We were big buyers down at the 3150 all the way up. I still think we completed a bull market. We're working on a correction. We set it all the way up that I think there's a lot of OTC buying by institutions. They're not going to sell. I mean, they might have let a little bit go on this big run, but I'm going to say they didn't. They're in accumulation mode. From anything I'm doing, to me, it seems like big money, big wealthy investors have not been here because there's no custody, there's no insurance. They can't afford to go out and put 10, 20, 50, 100 million into cryptos and lose it to an exchange hack. That's all changing. When those guys come, I think it's going to be a whole nother level here. I don't think retail's in there. I think they sold the low, never really bought back. Now they're all they were hoping for 2,000 Bitcoin. Now I think they're hoping for 5, 6, 7. They might get an 8, but they probably won't buy it when we get it. So I guess all I'm saying is I think we're still going a hell of a lot higher. We're not doing that now, I don't think, but I think it's coming. I think with Ledger X back, custodial insurance, all that, I just think there's going to be a mad rush for limited supply coins. There's going to be a mad rush for Bitcoin. I think we're still going a lot higher. So don't forget that, but let's trade a little bit until hopefully we have another runaway bull market.
Yeah, and we've said it a bunch of times. The only thing bigger than retail greed is institutional greed. And really, I think why a lot of retail isn't in the market is either they're waiting for that 1500 still, or they're always unwilling to pull the trigger. But also, too many people are using leverage market, guys. Understand, when you leverage trade, if you are wrong, you lose everything. You lose the underlying crypto, you lose your underlying cash. That is a lot of cash that leaves the market and gets in the hands of BitMEX. So that is another reason a lot of retail investors are either selling out or getting forced out by liquidations. Be careful with their trades. I really don't recommend leverage trading to anyone. I barely even leverage trade. The only time I recommend even dabbling a little bit in leverage trading would be at major tops or major bottoms, where your risk is significantly lower. During periods like this, with
you kind of leverage trade when
you don't want to do that.
When you borrowed against your house.
Well, yeah, but that's a significant bottom. A 4,000
that's why you did
leverage against my
house. I
house.
agree. You don't want to be leveraging trading unless you can't be doing that here unless you've had a shitload of a success and you're just trying to press your luck, etc. Anybody leveraging trading is not doing it because of past success. They're doing it to catch up, and that's the worst thing you can do emotionally. So forget all that. So here's Litecoin 98.60. So again, I think we've done the right thing, and buy the course, get in Discord. If you don't have time, we'll trade private client group for you, because this market is 24 hours a day. I hate to say it. I give a lot of buys at 2 or 3 in the morning.
Right.
Or change stops. I hate to do that for overseas people because they're in bed, but that's all we can do. And I guess the U.S. is in bed when I give a lot of trades. So.
Yep. Well, it kind of works out usually up in Discord to 2, 3, 4 a.m. and then I wake up immediately at 7 a.m. and get in there. So we're always trying to have one of us in there updating stops, updating thoughts, answering questions, etc.
So that's all I got. I need a break. Been a long day. So that was our broadcast. So what, tomorrow's Friday? If I don't go home, then any big action, I'll be on here for sure myself. If Nick and I get any free time this weekend, maybe him and I will do a show. Otherwise, him and I will be back probably Monday night at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll try to do a show, maybe a Patreon-only live show for August people to get you guys excited. It all depends on the action here. Now, if we go off the air here and we get a green bar, guys, that is still Asia waking up. So we're kind of sitting here in front of the computer seeing what Asia decides to do with the market right here. That really does not change anything. A couple $100 higher still leads us on the right track and doesn't change our thoughts.
And Kenny Ski, just hit me up. I know you've supported us, so hit me up. So I'm going to finish once again with the outro. Who is Richard Wyckoff? Again, 95% of what I do is Wyckoff with a little bit of Elliott Wave thrown on top of it. So learn Wyckoff. I think that's the method to master these markets. So we're going to finish with that and catch you in the next day or two.
See you over in Discord.
Appreciate it.
Peace.
Good afternoon. My name is Richard D. Wyckoff. Anyone who is interested in the stock, option, or commodity markets is most likely to find my life and teachings to be of great interest and value. I was born November 2nd, 1873. At the age of 15, I had my first job as a stock runner on Wall Street, and by age 25, I had opened my first brokerage firm. I was one of the pioneers in the study of the tape and included volume studies in all my market operations. This volume and its intraday studies is what set me apart from the rest of the market gurus. There was a point that my buy and sell following was so big that it became a powerful part of the daily market. It was at this time that I became known as one of the titans of technical analysis. But all along, my lifelong endeavor was to pass on my accumulated wisdom to others. With that in mind, in 1907, I created the Magazine of Wall Street. At its height, the Magazine of Wall Street had over 200,000 subscribers. That's over 200,000 investors who wanted my thoughts on the current market conditions and trends. Finally, in 1931, I decided to take all my knowledge that I had learned about the stock market and create the Richard E. Wyckoff course of stock market science and technique. I was able to create something that established a new standard of practice in the public stock market operations. I did not claim any monopoly of stock market knowledge, but up to that time, no one else seemed willing to be so frank in offering to the public the most intimate knowledge of the inner workings of the stock market. The good news is that even though I created the Wyckoff Stock Market course back in 1931, the course has been maintained and updated throughout the years and is available to you today. Over 90 years later, my course is still available for investors and traders that want to learn the secrets to the stock market and can be found right now at wyckoffsmi.com.